What's going on, GemMinTs? GemMint here, back again with another comic book review. Also out this week, we've got Symbiote Spider-Man 2099, issue number 1 by Peter David. What's cool about this is that I just this week, gave my review of the Spider-Man 2099 Volume 2 Omnibus. It was an early review. You can go ahead and take a look at it. And this comic right here takes place right after issue 46, the last issue from Peter David's original run, which if you want to check out, you could check out the Volume 1 Omnibus. So this book is essentially the next issue in this storyline, which I think is incredible. I love me some Spider-Man 2099 goodness. I love me some Symbiote goodness. So this is right up my alley. And it has artwork here by, is it Rogue Antonio? Roger, it looks like. Real quick, if you can, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more comic book reviews. This has, first of all, an amazing cover here. Love this depiction of Miguel being overtaken by a new symbiote. So is this a key issue alert? Of anything, it would be a cameo, I think, but a little bit of a key issue. This opens up and it's a 3-page spread, and it's an homage to the opening scene from Spider-Man 2099 issue 1. Actually, let me pull that out real quick. So I guess it's on a 3-page spread more so than you have that issue or that page, and then it's a double-page spread. Boom. Man, I love Rick Leonardi. This one opens up and it's in Nueva York in the year 2099. These rambunctious teenagers are flying about like neutrinos from Dimension X, and it's not Miguel that they see swinging through the air, but none other than Venom 2099. It's actually taken a host, which is an Atlantean. So this is, again, picking up where this run left off. Atlantis is going through this uprising, and the symbiote has attached himself to one of their natives. So he's swinging through the air, he's terrorizing these teenagers, using the symbiote power to turn his hand into this big hammer type of brick-looking weapon, knocking them off of the car, and then attacking Public Eye, the police force that patrols Nueva York. Now, I love this scene right here where Venom of the Future, Patooey, spits this green acid right on the face of this officer, and it's melting away the helmet. He jumps on the bike, and then we get some thwip action, and Miguel O'Hara, Spider-Man of the Future, swings by to attack the threat. So what's pretty cool here is a little trope that Peter David sets. I hope you know that there's a security measure on those crafts that if it's not the original owner, it'll explode. What? Boom! So it blows up on Venom, and it's not the first time that that's going to happen in this issue. And this is where we see him go into the water. Fins emerge from his ankles as he goes down to Atlantis. That's where the scene takes us to. We see some of that Atlantis uprising. We see the host yelling at the symbiote to get out of my body now, expelling the symbiote. And that gives us our little Atlantis scene. Over to Miguel. He is now the head of Alchemax, which again, if you have read that first volume, that's where it ends off. Talking to his brother Gabriel, his mother Conchata is there working for him, and they're talking about Tyler Stone's son, Kron, and the condition that Miguel left him in after he gave him a pounding, again, at the end of the last issue, or that last arc. So the scene shifts to him. He's walking home, and he's seen better days. His face is pulverized, where one of his neighbors with their daughter sees him walking to his room, and the daughter kind of does the little kid thing of, "Hey, mister, you look terrible." He has to kick in his own door to get into his apartment because the landlord has, locked up the door. And then we switch back to Alchemist. So Dr. Hibby walks in on Miguel O'Hara and his mother, and they start talking about the Super Soldier program. Not the Captain America Super Soldier program, but the one that Alchemax was using symbiotes to advance super soldier technology. Dr. Hibby is taken aback, wondering how Miguel is even aware of this. And he talks about the Venom symbiote from the future spawning. So there is a new symbiote that's out on the loose. It spawned like symbiotes tend to do, just like how Venom birthed Carnage. There is a new mutated symbiote running around, and Dr. Hibby, he wants to experiment on the symbiotes. He has kind of like an evil scientist thing going on here. They even spy on him. Lila, the AI secretary for Miguel, he asks her to give us audio and visual on Dr. Hibby right now. And Lila's like, he's laughing demonically and saying, I'll show him, I'll show them all. That's not good, is it? So the doctor really, doing the mad scientist thing, wants to experiment with the symbiotes. Meanwhile, we've got a new one running around town. Miguel suits up as Spider-Man, which now has nanotech. So it's not just a costume anymore. It's a nanotechnology suit that he's able to instantly wear. He checks up on Dr. Hibby, who spills the beans. And then that's when the symbiote comes and attacks Miguel. Now, to Dr. Hibby's surprise, the symbiote can talk without a host. It finds Miguel very interesting, and the symbiote engulfs Miguel. So obviously, the title of the book, we're going to see a Symbiote Spider-Man 2099. This video is brought to you by Ninja Funk Bad Music #1. Following the battle at Ninja Funk Dojo and the capture of BB, Bad Music retreats to their headquarters at the Nexus. With the love of Laser Wolf's life as irresistible bait, there's no doubt in Queen Bad's mind that her nemesis will come knocking and she's ready for him. Will Laser Wolf, JPG McFly, and Wolfgang see the trap for what it is or run headlong into disaster? Find out in Ninja Funk Bad Music #1 in stores April 17th. The scene shifts back to Crom, who's trying to take a shower and wash off at the apartment, and as he's looking in the mirror, a hand shoves his face through the glass, not only giving him 7 years of bad luck, but a headache to boot, and it is none other than Punisher 2099. So he goes and checks on Crom. He gives him a beating in the bathroom. Punisher starts talking about his family and how they were killed, the events that led him to becoming the Punisher, how Kron's hand led to those actions, and the shower head that has been running slowly turns from water into sludge, which is the Venom 2099 symbiote, goes on to Kron, and that's where we get our classic version of this character, not the Atlantean that we saw in the beginning, but the symbiote asking Punisher if he missed him. Punisher opens fire. Venom taunts him and says, should I be saying ow repeatedly? I mean, what are we doing here? Punisher escapes through the window, leaving behind an explosive, which is actually the second time Venom is a part of an explosion here. The scene goes outside. Punisher is on his futuristic hover bike. Venom drops down on him and proceeds to impale Punisher with one of the symbiote tendrils. Very dope scene here. Love the artwork. Love that style of this futuristic Venom. So as Venom is on the Punisher's bike, as he falls seemingly to his death, he wonders if the Punisher's bike has that same safety feature. Boom! It blows up again for the third time. This guy's in an explosion. Scene shifts back to Spider-Man. Last time we saw him, the new symbiote has engulfed him, and Dr. Hibby is asking Spider-Man, seemingly checking on him to see if he's okay. And that's where this figure says, Spider-Man isn't home right now. Will we do? And we get the first look, the cameo, if you will, of the symbiote Spider-Man 2099 with the glowing red eyes. I cannot wait to see what they do with this character. Check out issue #2. The cover is insane. It's more of a hulking presence. And I love that Spider-Man 2099 Red Skull emblem and how that is going across his chest, similar to the Venom character, where the legs of that emblem are raised up. Man, this was a great issue. I'm so glad that I happened to check what was out this week, and this was on the list, and the fact that it was Peter David, because I know Steve Orlando has been doing a lot of Spider-Man 2099 stuff, and I appreciate that, but I just really haven't gotten hooked into any of those issues. This one definitely hooked me. I'm excited for issue 2, comes out next month. Let me know what you thought about Symbiote Spider-Man 2099 issue 1 in the comments down below. And keep an eye on the channel, reading more comic books. I have some more planned reviews, as well as the other stuff that we normally do, omnibus stuff, statue stuff, and all that good stuff. Thanks for watching. Stay minty fresh. Peace.